Have you ever wondered why mirrors appear to flip things horizontally, but not vertically? For example, this piece of paper that says food now says doof in the mirror. With backwards letters, of course, but they're still right side up. How would the mirror know the X direction from the Y direction? Another example, if I raise my right hand, the mirrored me raises her left hand. But if I put my hand up in the air, she also puts her hand up, not down. So what's going on? My first knee-jerk response is that our eyes are horizontal in our heads. But the problem with this hunch is that if you close one eye and look in the mirror, go ahead and try it. The text still reads backwards. Let's look again at the word food. When I read it, it's facing me and I see food. But when I turn it toward the mirror, wait a minute, I turn it. The mirror is reflecting it backwards because I am presenting it backwards. Think of it this way. If I look at the word, it is facing me. When I look at it in the mirror, I turn it away from me, and in doing so, I flip it horizontally. That's why it appears horizontally flipped or backwards. What if instead I flipped it away from me like this? That's a vertical flip, and now the word is flipped upside down. It still reads food, F-O-O-D, in the correct order, but now the letters are vertically flipped. So if I'm doing the flipping, then the mirror is not. Take an arrow and point it to the right. The reflection in the mirror goes to the right. Point it up, it goes up. Left, it goes left. Down, it goes down. Forward, it goes... Wait a minute. If I point the arrow forward, the reflection goes backward. So the mirror is flipping the image, but it's flipping it in the Z direction. That's what's causing all of this confusion. When you look at your reflection in the mirror, it almost looks like you've walked around to the other side of the mirror and you're facing yourself. Hey Meg.
Hey.
What side is my right hand on?
My left side.
What side is my left hand on?
My right side.
Perfect, just like a mirror. But there's one problem. Let's take a closer look at our mirrored hands. Mine says R,
But mine says L.
in a mirror image, her hand would say R backwards. To get Meg's hands to look like this, I'd have to flip her image horizontally. But we said that mirrors don't flip horizontally. So that's where the flip in the Z direction comes in. If I could take my body and flip it through itself in the Z direction, I would get my mirror image. I know this was easier to see with an arrow, but I can also show it with a left-handed glove. If I hold it out in the Z direction, flipping it front to back would be the same thing as turning it inside out. Then it would be a right-handed glove, and it would fit on the right hand of the me in the mirror. All I did was flip the glove front to back. So why do we think things are horizontally flipped when they're really not? Well, consider our daily experiences. Most of the words we see in the mirror are on t-shirts. We don't think of them as horizontally flipped, but that's exactly what we do when we put them on. We flip them away from our normal reading position. Another part of the problem is that most of us are left and right symmetric. That causes you to see your reflection in the mirror as a normal-looking person facing you. To face yourself without the mirror, you'd have to turn around, and that's a horizontal flip. It's hard to see what's wrong with this image unless you look closely. But if you turn to face yourself by doing a handstand, that's a vertical flip, and it's pretty obvious what's wrong with this image because we're not vertically symmetric. So to answer the question, why do mirrors appear to flip things horizontally? Because you've flipped them horizontally. So the mirror is just showing you what you presented to it. Thanks for watching!